Senator van Turnhout.
And I too, Minister, would like to welcome you to the House and thank you for keeping your commitment that you made during the social welfare debate when I requested that we could have a debate on the plan. I'd also like to take this opportunity to formally thank my colleague Senator O'Donnell for her very informative report. Overall, I welcome the plan. I think we should note it's the first time since the crisis that a comprehensive plan has been produced, bringing together all the elements to tackling youth unemployment. And Minister, I think we should acknowledge the role that you played, both in your role as a Minister, but also your personal commitment to youth employment. I believe it's extremely positive that a concerted effort will now be made to support young people from unemployment to education, training and work experience. We had a considerable debate at the Social Welfare Bill on youth unemployment, Minister, so I'm going to move forward to some very specific questions I have on the Youth Guarantee that has been published. I fully support the decision that's on page 21 of the plan to start the Youth Guarantee with the 22,000 young people on the live register for 12 months or more. I think it makes sense, Minister. Can we take it, Minister? Oh, sorry. Can we take it, Minister, that these young people, the 22,000, will be offered a quality and appropriate education, training and work experience place by the end of 2014? Because I think if that's clear, I think that's a great message to go out of this House this evening. I welcome the personal progression plan and the focus on early intervention for young people with a low PEC score. That's a low probability of exiting the live register. I think it really needs, Minister, to be a two-way process between the case officer and the young person. Will there be a commitment to changing focus from the needs of education and training providers to needs of unemployed and local labour market? A greater number of engagements and more intensive engagements can only happen if sufficient caseworkers are available. And can the Minister provide detail on the number of case officers and hours assigned to the Youth Guarantee in 2014 and 2015? Minister, also on reading the document, it's not clear how much of the education and training provision is existing and how much is new, and I really did try and parse it down. And I think it's important because it's clear that given the demand, just rearranging the existing provision will not be sufficient. So can the Minister elaborate where is the new provision, particularly in the education and training area? Minister, I want to welcome the changes to schemes like Job Plus, which will allow employers to take on young people and get the wage subsidy for those under 25 and on low to medium PECs who have 4 months unemployed rather than having to wait the 12 months. And I think that's a really welcome initiative, and thank you for doing that. Minister, you rightly say that some of your targets are ambitious. So when I was looking at the expected number of new job bridge places for young people set at 5,000 for 2014, I'm very happy. But given that 6,000 young people under 25 have participated in the scheme since July 2011. It means that your department is planning to almost reach the target in 1 year, which has taken us 2.5 years to reach. So maybe, Minister, you could provide us some details on that and maybe more information on the job bridge for the disadvantaged youth. I was interested in that, but I welcome more detail. And finally, Minister, I do want to welcome the strong focus on disadvantaged, because they very often get missed in these plans. We go for the low-hanging fruit and we forget the hard to reach, and I really welcome that focus. But I am disappointed, Minister, and it's my opinion that there's a missed opportunity to harness the capacity of the youth work sector to support the implementation of the guarantee. And I know, Minister, you've met with the National Youth Council of Ireland and had some very positive meetings and with other youth organisations on the issue. But the reality is that it will be challenging for state agencies to reach and engage with the most disadvantaged young people because they lack connections into the community that the youth sector already has. So in that regard, Minister, I think it's a missed opportunity and perhaps we can look and review our decision, and I certainly would welcome your openness. And so, Minister, I'm going to leave it at that. I just want to end by saying, like, obviously I have some questions, some maybe you'll be able to answer this evening, other maybe at your earliest opportunity. But I do want to thank you, Minister, for your vision and your commitment and your proposal to drive this youth guarantee forward. I think we are focusing on the right area, and all of my questions are only intended to really achieve the results that I believe we all want to achieve. Thank you.
Senator Maloney.
Thank you.